Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm coming on live to do the July 2020 energy reading here on my YouTube channel. So if you're catching the replay, please let me know that you caught this in the comments below as you hear this energy reading, and feel free to share your thoughts with me on this energy reading today. If this is your first time tuning into one of my videos and you don't know who I am, my name is Stef. I'm a psychic soul alignment coach. What I do is I work with spiritual entrepreneurs and spiritual people to help them to do very deep levels of healing to create their most amazing lives and just be the highest expression of themselves, right? And specifically with spiritual entrepreneurs, I help them to create their highest level of success, influence, impact, and income. Now, every Friday, I do normally come on here onto my YouTube channel to do a video teaching at around 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. But this week, I am adjusting because I'm holding a program and I'm also about to launch a program. And so this was like a week of adjustment. So today's Friday video is going to be the July energy reading. So the July 2020 energy reading. So if you're super excited about hearing this reading, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from. And let's get into this video reading today. I've also done a year-long energy reading for 2020. It's on my channel. I will link it up here somewhere in the card section up here. I think it's this way, or maybe this way. I don't know. But I think it's this way. So 24 hours after this video is posted, I should be able to put the card up there to the yearly energy reading in case you want to listen to that. It's a very long video. Use the settings option on YouTube to speed up the video if you want. And you can fast forward to the part about July to just compare the two messages from each one and just use that to have a greater understanding of what to expect in July. Awesome. Okay, so let's get into this energy reading. So I've asked like several times about this energy reading in the last 24 hours or so. Just double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking all the time. Just like, are you sure? Are you sure, guys? So what the guys wanted me to share with you guys, for those of you watching, on what to expect from the July 2020 energy is there's going to be 3 themes that are going to be very present. Number 1 is that it's really important to step into your personal power and take personal responsibility. Number 2 is that it's going to be a very deep, internally healing month that's going to help you evolve spiritually. And number 4 is love, and how the things showing up this month are going to show you where you are being aligned with love and where you're aligning yourself with fear. So let me dive deeper into that and explain it more in depth. This month of July is going to be a very transformational month, okay? There's going to be lots of energy this month that is going to facilitate a lot of healing. So it's going to bring lots of things up to our awareness, lots of things for us to experience to help us see where we need to heal on these deeper levels, okay? Healing is a never-ending journey. If you think that you're done healing, no, you're not. You will continue to heal things until the end of your days. And healing is just basically shifting energy to come back into alignment with who you truly are, okay, as a spiritual divine being. So you will forever be healing, and you might have to revisit things that you've healed in the past again and again and again in this life to heal it to deeper levels, right? Last night, I actually did an interview of a client who took my Remembering Who You Are program. It's a very deeply healing program, which is why I was guided to launch it at this time, because the energy is supporting that program. And obviously people are going to need this program to navigate July and what's to come. But I will link up the testimonial up here somewhere on my channel. But in that testimonial, my client was basically saying like she was surprised that things that she thought she had healed came back up in that program to be healed even further, right? Because that's what it is. You just heal things on deeper levels to have a greater understanding and expand your consciousness. And by doing this, you evolve spiritually, okay? There are people who maybe need to understand that to expand your consciousness, you need to heal, because healing allows for you to have a greater understanding of things and situations, to see it from a different perspective, to feel it in a different way that will allow for you to be more deeply connected to all that is. But maybe that's a whole, topic for another video. But, this is why so much healing is coming up for us in July, because it's that time. It's a point in the year right now for us to evolve spiritually on a deeper level. And to do that, we already experienced it to a certain extent with the coronavirus this year. We experienced it a bit with Black Lives Matter. That was bringing up a lot of healing. It was bringing up a lot of releasing and things like that. But now it's like taking it to another level this month. So there's going to be things that come up this month to help us see and recognize where we need to do this deeper level of healing. And so with that, we need to then take personal responsibility over that. We need to step into our power and recognize that we have to do something about that stuff that's showing up, to move through it with so much more ease and grace. I have videos here on my channel around the importance of taking personal responsibility to change your life, turn it around, all that kind of stuff. I will link it up here somewhere afterwards. But in order to have an easier time in July with all of the growth and transformation and healing that is going to happen this month, you need to take personal responsibility, okay? You need to take personal responsibility over what you're feeling, over what it's triggering inside of you, over your own personal healing, and actually doing the work to move yourself through that process, okay? So it's going to be really important for you to be mindful of this. Take some notes while you're listening to this reading. Put it on a sticky note, paste it to your wall, because I recently started doing that and it's been working. To remind yourself that these are going to be the focuses is step into your power, take personal responsibility over your healing, over what is coming up for you, right? Now, the other reason that personal power and taking personal responsibility is going to be a theme this month is because you really need to get clear as to what you really want, for the remainder of the month. We are now in the second half of the remainder of the year. We are now in the second half of the year, and it's a really important time to sit down and with ourselves and really get clear and reevaluate what it is that we want for the remainder of the year. Because there has been so much growth, so much transformation, so many shifts, up-leveling in this first half of the year that you're now a different person. So now, based on who you are now and where you're at, what do you truly want now moving forward till the end of the year and beyond, right? To get really clear about that and to really then recognize that if you want these things, you're going to have to shift. You're going to have to make changes. You're going to have to, become a higher version of yourself. You're going to have to do your healing. I don't know why my hair is all crazy today. It's not cooperating. But anyway, you're going to have to do these things in order to be able to create that life that you desire. So that's where the personal responsibility is going to be really important as well, because you need to understand that you and you alone are the only one that can create that. Maybe I should create a playlist specifically on personal responsibility. I will think about this. And if I do this, if I can find all the videos, I will link it up here in the card somewhere for you to check that out. But yeah, you got to understand that you are the only person that can create the life that you desire. You're creating all the time. So you have to take personal responsibility over that. If you want the rest of the year to be different, if you want to turn it around, if you want to keep building the momentum you've built up until now, if you want to completely turn things around, you have to take personal responsibility over that. And it starts by you stepping into your power, taking personal responsibility over your healing, over your triggers, over the things that are coming up, and choosing to do something about it rather than complain, rather than hide, rather than avoid, rather than procrastinate. You really have to decide that that's what you're going to do, and to really see those situations for what they are, which are things that are helping you to bring your life back into greater alignment with what you desire, with what you say you want to create more of, okay? Now, the second thing that is going to come up is all around this deeper healing and developing spiritually. Okay, this is really a month of inner transformation, especially really coming back to who we truly are. And that's because it has to do with the next thing, which is where you're aligned with love or not. But that's because this month is going to have so many shifts and changes, transformations, things that might trigger us and stuff. And because it's bringing up all this stuff, it's going to show us where we are not having a faith in a greater power, where we are not surrendering, we're not trusting, where we're not really in alignment with our true divine spiritual selves, with the things that we say that we believe in as spiritual beings, right? Especially as people on the path of spirituality. So all of these triggers are really going to help you to bring to your awareness where you're not really living in alignment with the truth of, you saying that you believe in we're all unconditional love, but then you have trouble like loving someone near you, right? Someone that's part of your family, or that you say that you believe in abundance for all, but then you get triggered around money because of things coming up for you this month, that kind of stuff. So there's going to be lots of things coming up this month to bring to your awareness where you're not really in alignment with all of those spiritual beliefs that you believe in, or you're not in alignment with who you truly are on the spiritual level. You're not really in your true power, where you're in doubt and fear and worry, and you're needing to let go of things that you have been holding on to for so long, especially. Okay. When I was first asking about this, I was told it was kind of like, and this is what they said specifically because I have it written down, is they said it's like this month you will be required to walk through the fire. Okay. And that's because there's a portal opening up later in the month through which these old fragmented parts of yourself cannot walk through and continue to exist. So there will be a portal in August, the Lionsgate portal. And in order to really make the most of the energy that is going to be present during that portal, it's really important for you to do this very deep healing, to let go of those parts of yourself that you've just been holding on to, for so long, and you just really need to let go of at this time, right? They cannot continue to exist. So that lack of belief, that lack of self-worth, that doubt, that worry, that scarcity, that disempowerment, whatever it is that you've been really struggling to let go of in order to become more of who you truly are, like that needs to be really worked through this month as much as you can in order to make the most of that portal that is going to be opening up in, near the end of this month and beginning of August, right? So that is what you need to let go of. And so that is part of what is going to come up. It's like, and I kind of felt like you're going to walk through this door, but to walk through the door, you first need to do all this healing work first, connect back to your truth, and step through this door as a new person. It's kind of like closing the chapter, closing the door on that old version of yourself, on those things that have been weighing heavily on you, breaking free from those patterns, those struggles, that karma, whatever it is, breaking free from that, and really just coming back to who you truly are and radiating this love and moving forward. Okay. So that is what's going to be happening. And they said, it's through these challenges that you will be required to have greater faith, trust, surrendering, and to do the necessary healing. So that is a big theme in July. Now, in the last thing is love. And they said this was going to be one of the focuses for this month. And you're going to recognize this month where you're not in alignment with love and where you're actually aligning yourself with fear instead, right? And so by not aligning yourself with love, you're not really aligned with who you truly are. Okay, there's a playlist on my channel titled Connecting with Your Higher Self. You can check that out. It'll be up here somewhere. And that will explain to you more in depth what it means to be who you truly are and the benefits of being who you truly are. So love is going to be something that we're going to be recognizing, because what this month is doing is it's helping us connect back to that love, that unconditional love of source, the unconditional love and power of who we really are. And so we have to go through this deeply transformational experience, especially an inner experience, to connect back to this love and be able to radiate this love to ourselves, to others, and all that we do. And to move forward with our life with so much more ease and grace, and to be able to create more of what we desire with so much more ease and grace as well. Because as we do this deeper healing and align ourselves with love, we then have that love reflected back to us. And it allows for us to feel worthy of receiving the things that we desire. It allows for us to create more harmony and balance in our lives in different areas that we're seeking that harmony and balance in. So love is going to be very present this month in showing you where you're aligned with fear or love. So when you catch yourself judging, when you catch yourself fearful, when you catch yourself worrying, you're not in alignment with your true, divine, unconditional, loving, and all-powerful state. So that is something that you really need to be mindful of. And again, this love is also connected to the deep healing, because again, you're being asked to really let go of that heaviness that you've been holding onto consciously or subconsciously for so long. And it's really time to let that go and come back to love, come back to your true source. So when I was asking about this, and I got the information, I was like, okay, cool, guys. Like, can we have some extra messages though, or confirmation of these messages? So I pulled out some cards from my Keepers of the Light deck. And these are the 3 cards that I got. So first and foremost, I got this one. It's Odin. He's a Nordic god. I got this lady, Green Tara. I don't know where she's from, somewhere in Asia, something connected to Buddhism. And then I got this one, the Miriam. I don't know where she's from. But what really stands out to me in these cards is several things that I didn't really pay attention. I didn't really notice, ever, because you just are drawn to what you're drawn to. So with these 2 cards, right? Green Tara has a 3rd eye up here somewhere, if you can see it. And Odin is all about, he's missing an eye. He's all about psychic insight, psychic connections. And what really stands out to me for the first time I'd really noticed is like the armor on Odin's, I don't know, like the thing that Odin's armor is made out of, because it looks like snakeskin or something. I don't know what it is, but it looks like snakeskin. And that's, I feel, very much connected to this energy of this month of July. Is it's an intense transformation, and we're shedding that old skin. We're shedding that old way of being, that old energy, that old consciousness that once served us, but now it's time to go beyond that. It's time to finally own more of our true power, our true loving nature. So that is what really stands out to me. And with the psychic stuff in the 2 cards, it's really about, as things come up this month, it's going to be very easy for your ego to be triggered, for you to fall back into fear, into feeling disempowered, in feeling all kinds of, low things. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's about really seeing those situations for what they really are, and they're opportunities for you to bring your life more into alignment with what you desire, and to be more of who you truly are, so you can really fulfill your potential and live your best, most amazing life and create your impact if you have some kind of impact you want to create. And so it's about really using that 3rd eye. And I, last week I talked about chakra imbalances. So I'll link that up here to the playlist on chakra imbalances. But in one of those videos, either the 3rd eye video, I think, or I don't know, maybe heart chakra video, I don't remember. I talked about how, like, when you have, a deeper connection to the spirit realm, you're more in tune with these psychic abilities, you're able to see truth more easily. You're able to discern, you're able to use that to your advantage. And so as things show up this month, they might trigger you or affect you and make you think that negative things, but you have to be able to step back into your true power and see it for really what it is, what it truly is. Use that discernment, use that inner knowing, that psychic knowing that this is actually for your greatest good. This is actually working out for you. This is actually supporting you in some kind of way, to recognize shadow pieces inside of yourself that maybe you weren't recognizing, and using that to your advantage. So that is what really stood out for me as well. And what also stood out for me in this card is, like, he has, I don't know what these are, symbols, runes, maybe, I don't know. But just a lot of signs, and this one as well. She's like a twin. It's a mirror for me. That's really stood out to me today. So you're going to be, really recognizing the universe, the world, your reality is really going to be serving as a very powerful mirror for you this month to really recognize the strong misalignment inside of you. And it's going to trigger these things inside of you. It's going to affect, how you feel. You're probably going to maybe experience difficulty trusting, difficulty surrendering, having faith, stepping into your power, whatever it might be for you. But the world, your reality, is really going to serve as such a powerful mirror for you to see where you're out of alignment with who you truly are and what you desire. So use those signs, use that stuff as messages to help you to come back into greater levels of alignment again and again, and to move through all of this, these changes and this shedding of the old skin with so much more ease and grace. And with Green Tara here, I think she comes in different colors, but she's green in this deck. And so green is very much symbolic of the heart chakra. Heart chakra is green. You can learn more about that in my chakra imbalance playlist. But, this is all about that deep healing and that internal healing. And the card specifically says supreme protection. You're protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation and trust. Again, this is about you cutting ties to the old self, cutting ties to the past, cutting ties to those heavy things, those karmic things that you've been playing out again and again, that you've struggled to break free from, that you've, wanted to let go of, or you've, just wanted to release, but you've had difficulty with that. And it's time to really stop that. It's time to really let that go. It's time to be brave enough to heal that, to release it, to move beyond, our fears, especially because as, fears come up and things come up this month, and you're being asked to maybe surrender, you're being asked to trust, to put your faith in a greater power, you have to be willing to step forward in the ways in which you feel called to step in, knowing that you're protected, knowing that all is well, that all is working out for you, and to move beyond the limitations that your ego is trying to place on you, trying to make you fearful, telling you, no, you can't do that. It's not the right time. It's dangerous. It's this, it's that. This might happen. You got to move beyond that and come back to that inner knowing of your heart and that all is well, and move forward, right? So this is about helping you develop, again, internally, spiritually. I really recommend that you go check out my chakra videos, because I talk about this with the heart chakra. And to really develop you in this way, to let go of those fears. Because, what I've really understood in my own spiritual journey is, like, the more that you work through those fears, those limiting beliefs, you're willing to step forward, you don't allow your ego to get the best of you, and then you see that everything works out some way, somehow, and that the universe really does have your back, you really move through life with so much more calm, so much more certainty. You become more fearless because it's all going to be well, because you were willing to move forward beyond those limitations that your ego tried to place on you, and things just flow. And it's just it's freedom. It's true freedom. It's the most amazing feeling in the world. But when you're in the thick of it, when you still have so much healing to do, it's really scary sometimes in those moments. Your emotions will get triggered intensely. But if you're willing to work through the stuff, then you're going to have an easier time, and you're going to move forward in these ways. You're going to cut ties to the old self. You're going to allow yourself to come back to who you truly are on the spiritual level, develop a deeper spiritual connection, achieve that inner transformation that you're being guided to achieve this month, and to move forward with your life and have an easier time with the remainder of the year in creating what you desire. And this last card, the Miriam, as I said, I really just was drawn to the fact that they're just like mirrors for one another. This month is going to show you what you truly hold inside of yourself. It's going to be a very powerful mirror. A lot of times, as I said, people think that they've worked through things, they've healed through things, and it's done and over with, and then another thing comes up, and another thing comes up, and another thing comes up. And it's all just mirrors showing us what we really hold inside of ourselves that we're having trouble recognizing for ourselves. So this month is definitely going to help you with that. And this word specifically says, choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries, right? And there's like 3 flowers here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like 3 flowers up there. And this really, for me, comes back to the Holy Trinity. I think it's mind, body, spirit. And this is about really, I feel like with coronavirus and the Black Lives Matter movement, with coronavirus, there was a lot of limiting beliefs and stuff being triggered for people. It was helping people to heal on a mental level, but I feel especially on a physical level, because we were all, stuck at home, and we had to learn new habits, right, to support ourselves. We had to maybe start working out at home, cook better meals because we couldn't go out, and all these other things, and sleep more, and these kinds of things, right? So we started healing on this like body, physical kind of level, and mental as well, mind. And then Black Lives Matter, brought up a lot of questions, a lot of things about how what we believe, how we perceive society, what we think, like really getting to know ourselves, really healing our minds, and trying to adjust and correct things that maybe aren't in alignment with what we truly desire in order to create more of the world that we want. So we've been healing on this body, physical level, on this mental level, and now it's time to heal on the spirit level. Now it's time to come back to a greater understanding of who we really are and coming back to this love. And that's what this month is going to really support people with. Because again, it's this inner transformation. It's about healing internally and recognizing inside of you where you're still riddled with fear, where you're still riddled with judgment, where you still have tons of resentment, tons of heavy stuff that has been weighing you down and really keeping you from really being able to move forward. And it's time to really drop that this month. Come back to who you truly are and allow this new you to emerge, to be your new self, and move forward in life in this way. So that is the message for this month. Also, what they did want me to highlight is that 2 things. There's going to be like 2 groups of people. Those people that they kind of resist the healing, they procrastinate, they find other things to do, whatever it is. The people who are not actively seeking the healing and working on themselves, they will feel this intensity this month very strongly because they're not in their power. So they're not taking personal responsibility. They're just, just going through the things, allowing life to happen. And, there's a time to flow with life, but allowing life to happen kind of disempowers you. So these people who are not actively seeking it, the situations that arise this month are going to probably catch them off guard, are probably going to very strongly impact them like that, trigger them like that. It will really trigger their emotions. So those people are going to feel the energy this month very, very intensely. Whereas the people who are actively seeking the growth, they are actively doing their part to come back into their power and do something about it, change their lives. These people are going to have a much easier time because when you're seeking the growth, you're not surprised. You're not caught off guard. I mean, yes, it might still impact you. It might still cause a reaction inside of you, but it's not going to necessarily like bring you down so much or any of that. Like you're going to be more proactive in that sense. And so it's not going to feel that intense to you as the people who are kind of like just moving through life. So it's really important for those of you who feel, who receive this message, who feel called to be more proactive, to be very proactive and to recognize that these things are just showing you the misalignment inside of yourself so you can bring yourself back into alignment. The energy this month might feel, depending on who you are and what you have to work through, how much healing you have to do, it might feel heavy, dense, maybe a bit stagnant. But this is the energy that's going to come up for you to really be motivated to go within and feel whatever is truly inside of you more intensely, to have things that you need to work through come up to the surface to be worked through. And because the energy might have this intensity to it, I don't feel like it's necessarily going to be slow moving energy. I just feel like it might feel dense and heavy, and like not like this light energy where we're like motivated and ready to get things. Like, no, I feel like the energy is very much going to be active in the sense of bringing you things to work through. So because the energy is this way and it's bringing up all this healing, you might experience symptoms depending on what you need to release. Your body is always communicating to you where you're out of alignment. I talk about that in my chakra imbalance videos. So you might have lower back pain, issues with your feet, nausea because, stomach issues and stuff because you're releasing emotions, fears. Some people might feel constipated. Some people might have issues with their hands, feeling like their hands are heavy or numb. So it just depends on who you are and what you're going through, what you're needing to release. But you might feel some big signs this month from your body letting you know where the misalignment is so you can correct that and adjust it accordingly. But if you're willing to do this necessary inner work, this inner healing, this transformation, then it's literally like your light, your inner light is going to start shining through, like your true self is going to start shining through, and it's going to feel amazing at the end of it. So it's a very powerful month, but it's definitely worth it because of the transformation that you're going to be able to experience this month as you go through this process. So that is the message for this month for the July energy reading. Let me know what you thought of this reading in the comments below. Share with me your comments, your insights, questions. Definitely share this video out with anyone that you feel could benefit from this reading. Give this video a thumbs up, a like wherever you're watching from if you enjoyed this reading, and definitely be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the bell button, change your notification settings to see all so that you never miss out on any of my energy readings or other teachings that I upload here. Because if you don't change those notification settings to see all or see first, then YouTube won't notify you. So that is what we want to try to avoid. So that's basically it. I really hope that this has helped you. If you would like to do very deep levels of healing work on yourself and you would like to receive my support and really empower yourself significantly so that you really do feel like the powerful version of yourself that can make your dreams come true, then I really would love to have you join me in Remembering Who You Are. It's my 12-week program. And right now, July 2020, I am starting this program again. I only launch it as I'm guided to, because my guides know when I need to launch what, depending on the energy that's around. So right now, I was asked to hold this program to support people. And it's just a very highly transformational 12-week program that literally changes lives. It helps people heal themselves of anxiety, start healing themselves of PTSD, start healing themselves of chronic conditions, manifest money, job opportunities, step into their purpose, heal relationships that they thought were beyond healing. It just does so many amazing, powerful things. I have a playlist on my channel for testimonials on the program. You're more than welcome to reach out to me for more information, but I would really love to have you there because we start officially this upcoming Tuesday, and it's a very powerful healing experience that is going to teach you what you need to know to be able to consistently move through your healing journey with so much more ease and grace again and again and again as you live through this time-space reality that we exist in, and to really empower you to be such an incredibly powerful, intentional, and deliberate creator of your reality, to always know what you need to shift inside of yourself to get more of what you want, and to come back to your truth as a divine spiritual being so that you can really anchor this higher level consciousness and love and frequency inside of you and radiate that out in the world to change the world for the better. So if that is something that interests you, I would love to have you come and join me in Remembering Who You Are. Other than that, I send you all so much love. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you in the next video, whenever that is. All right, take care, everyone. Bye.